Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Did anybody catch Jimmy Kimmel on Monday? I didn't. Did he cry about the firing of McCabe? Say that his little boy might die now that McCabe has been fired. And then maybe he tied the firing of McCabe to, let me think, Obamacare? Or maybe he tied it to, I don't know, gun control? Welcome, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It is the Kevin Jackson Show. My question to you, since yesterday, is, are you paying attention to leftists? It's fun to watch. The more you watch the media, the more you watch leftism, how can you not separate yourself from it? Look, do a civic duty and just ask a leftist, say, hey, you believing this Russian story? The firing of McCabe, right? That's Donald Trump's fault. Yeah, Donald Trump is the one who told McCabe, hey, listen, get some illegal money from the Clinton Foundation and give it to your wife, her campaign. He's the one that told McCabe, hey, look, when you're asked about this situation with the Clinton Foundation, lie about it. Lie about it to the press. By the way, we're going to talk a little bit later in the broadcast about McCabe and how he's gotten Comey's little, thingy in a pickle. I mean, by the way, where is the gun control narrative? Where's that kid, that Nazi? What's his name? Andrew Hogg? Where's that Nazi kid? The one that wanted to put a band around his arm as he protested gun control. Yeah, Heil Hitler. Holy cow, man. Look, folks, you're witnessing Nazism. You're witnessing Marxism, whatever. Name your ism. Full frontal with the left. These are people that want your rights. And they are willing to do anything about it. You want to talk about swamp operatives? I'm going to tell you about them today. Ask yourself this question. What do you think the Democrats, the leftists, the so-called progressives, the liberals, what do you think these people were willing to do to bring down Donald Trump? It's DEFCON. It's the worst DEFCON. Whether that's 1 or 4, I don't know. But it's the worst one. I think it's DEFCON 1. The Democrats they pulled out all the stops. And the only thing that went wrong was Trump won. I want you to understand how powerful you are and how powerful God is. Because the only entity that could have gotten Donald Trump elected is our Heavenly Father with the help of you. Well, he didn't really need your help, but you know what I'm saying. Wow. As we continue to pull back the layers on this thing, we have a scary country. You may not understand how scary it is. I'm going to show you how scary this country had become. And luckily, we're starting to just unravel it. And you look at people like John Brennan, effectively threatening the president of the United States, former CIA director under Barack Obama, threatening the president. I'll get into that. Incredible people, these leftists, man, incredibly stupid, by the way. Russians, and more Russians. Trump just issued sanctions against Russia, and yet we discuss what? Russians. Oh, and Stormy Daniels. They so want to get traction out of the Stormy Daniels thing. If only something would stick. I got a clip from MSNBC. Black dude who used to be a special ops CIA guy. I've seen him around. He's a hardcore leftist. This just goes to show you how ingrained this ideology is into our government. And I'm going to get more into that in a little bit later as well. But here's a guy, he's talking to Joy Reid. I believe it's Joy Reid. And he's explaining the ideology of Donald Trump. And you got to hear this.
And the difference between, the Trump sort of world, Malcolm, we're accustomed to seeing them slagging people who they think are attacking Donald Trump. The difference here is that you now have a sitting president attacking federal law enforcement and literally trying to denigrate the Federal Bureau of Investigation. That is something new.
You always hear this phrase that this comes out of Putin's playbook. Well, this actually comes out of an older playbook, the KGB's playbook. They had a 4-point plan for for how KGB operations, propaganda, and agents were to operate against both the CIA and United States law enforcement. First one was to use activities that would demoralize, discredit, or disinform about their operations. Then they would go after individual agents. Then they would go after their leadership. Donald Trump is literally playing by the Russian playbook on this.
I love that. Oh, you got to throw that Russian playbook. You know, it's funny. I was listening to this guy. His name is Malcolm something. And, well, before I even get into that, think about what Joy Reid said. The difference between the Trump role, sitting president attacking law enforcement. the irony. I know I'm stuttering over this, but I'm at a loss for words to a degree. The irony of them now protecting law enforcement. These are the same people that tell you Black Lives Matter and pigs in a blanket and the cops are killing folks are now saying, hey, law enforcement, we are all about the law enforcement. They're attacking the law. So that's the irony there, the hypocrisy as well. And then you get this brother that comes on, former CIA guy, Malcolm, and he says, it's not Putin's playbook. No, it's an older playbook. It's the KGB playbook. Just so we're clear, Putin ran the KGB. It's almost like if he says it in a particular way, it gives it more credibility. No, it's not Putin's playbook. This is the KGB. This is worse. This is from an older playbook. Well, wait, let me just think about this. If the older playbook didn't work, and if there's a newer playbook, don't you think that the newer playbook is what would work? That's what I would have asked him. I wouldn't have even got into it. I would have said, well, why would he go to the older playbook? That's like using old Tide versus new Tide. Why would I do that? And then he outlines a 4-point plan. This is how it works. By the way, these are the same rules of radicals from Alinsky. He says, first of all, they set this up to operate against the CIA, and the first thing they do is they discredited all of the sources of good information. So Trump discredits the media. Yeah, Trump discredits the media. It isn't the media discrediting the media. It isn't the fake news that these people put out on the daily. Then he says you go after individual agents. Yeah, because Trump is going after Comey and McCabe and Strzok based on what? Anybody? The truth, based on what these people are doing. And then he says, then you go after leadership. Yeah, you go after James Comey and you go after, I don't know, eventually Barack Obama. What a clown. Anyway, we got a full show today, and I'm going to go into some stuff that's shocking, quite honestly. So hang in there.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful 4-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.